How often do you just tell your tour players, hey, everything looks great, just go out and trust it and play? So I'm going to clarify by saying that everybody, no matter who you are, when you go and play golf, you should be trusting, obviously, the work that you're doing on the range. It's easier said than done, especially if you are early on in the process of making a swing change of some sort. But to some degree, you are trying to change what you're doing on the course. It's not enough to say, like, hey, do this on the range and then just go play golf. You absolutely should have a swing feel on the golf course, and it should be related to whatever it is you're working in practice. I'm a big believer of that. Don't go out and try to do 7 things differently on the golf course. That's going to end up being a bad experience. But if you can go out and have 1 or 2 kind of playing feels that you rely on, then you absolutely should do that. And this is a big difference between technical feels on the range and playing feels. Okay, and I do this a lot with tour players especially, which is where you can have a more technical, more complex version of a feel on the range, something that obviously is more intense. It might be a little bit more uncomfortable, but it really reinforces and exaggerates a certain sensation. But when you go out and play and you got to get the ball in the hole, you shouldn't just be disregarding those feels altogether, but have a playing version of that feel. A playing version essentially is a more simplified, easier version that might not be as effective as the ones that you were doing on the range, but that still works towards your ultimate goal of improving your pattern. Right? Something that you can stand on the tee ball and know that you'll have trust in it and know that you can do it with your stock speed. You're not going to have to slow down and feel super defensive and uncomfortable. So playing feels I'm all for, but it doesn't really matter if it's a tour player or recreational golfer. Everybody typically is working on something in their game. I promise you tour players are often working on swing mechanics, but they have playing versions of the feels that are much easier to apply on the golf course. And that's the easiest way, in my opinion, or the most effective to start applying changes when you're competing.